Hello, it is 1 p.m. in Damascus. It's 3 p.m. in Moscow. I'm Monita Rajpal.
And I'm Zain Verjee. You're watching CNN, the world's news leader, and this is World One live from London.
Pressure is mounting on the United Nations to drag the Syrian regime before the International Criminal Court. The UN human rights chief, Navi Pillay, says President Bashar al-Assad's government should be investigated for crimes against humanity. Pillay told the UN Security Council it is now believed more than 5,000 people, including 300 children, have been killed since protests took off in March. One of the richest men in the world says he plans to take one of the most powerful in the race for the Russian presidency. Mikhail Prokhorov is a Russian business chief, a magnate of the metals industry, and since last year, he's also the owner of the New Jersey Nets basketball team. The same day Prokhorov threw his hat into the ring, supporters of the prime minister held a rally near Moscow's Red Square. A crowd of a few thousand waved flags and banged drums, but while some insisted they were there to back Mr. Putin, others said they'd been paid to show up. Well, let's get more on this and bring in our man in Moscow, Phil Black. And Phil, let's start on this new candidate for the new potential candidate, I should say, for the elections next year. How credible is Mr. Prokhorov as a politician?
Well, Monita, as you say, there's a great deal of speculation about just what his incentives may be. Throwing his hat into the ring is a fascinating development in this
All right,
December.
Phil, thank you so much. All right, Phil, thank you. Phil Black there in Moscow.
You're watching World One live from London.
Iraq looks to the future, but the horrors of conflict still linger.
We visit a camp for homeless Iraqis, and for them,
U.S. troops are pulling out of Iraq at top speed. President Barack Obama considers their mission all but over, but they're leaving behind countless camps, which are now home to thousands of displaced Iraqis, a hangover from the Saddam Hussein years. They have nowhere to go and little to look forward to, as CNN's Michael Holmes found out when he visited one of the camps near Baghdad.
They are a persistent stain on the new Iraq and a fettered legacy of the war here.
Through parts of the UK. We'll send it back over to you, too.
So basically, batten down the hatches and stay home and don't go shopping, Zain. No time for Christmas shopping for you. Yes.
Wicked weather, thank you, delivered by a wicked weather anchor.
I like that.
Thank you. Right, this is World One live from London. Have scientists found God?
Yeah, it's a question. The result of a multi-billion-dollar search for the so-called God particle is about to be revealed. Mahmoud Abbas, the president of the Palestinian Authority, is in Paris, witnessing a symbolic moment in his ongoing bid for statehood. The Palestinian flag has just been raised above the headquarters of the UN Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, better known as UNESCO. The Palestinian bid and suspended its substantial funding of the body when its views were ignored. Well, we want to go to Paris now and CNN's senior international correspondent, Jim Bitterman. Jim.
Monita, it was a brief ceremony in driving rain, and it stopped raining now, but in fact, for the Palestinians, a very important symbolic moment. This is the first international organization.
Jim, how symbolic of a move is this to see the Palestinian flag flying there above a UN body?
Well, I think it's very symbolic. One of the things today is that they weren't flying many of the flags today, I guess because of the rain, but...
Welcome back. Chelsea are back in contention in the race for the Premier League title with a win against Manchester City. The Blues boosted their championship aspirations. Pedro Pinto is here to actually explain what happened.
I'll tell you all about it. You know, I was at the match last night, and by the reaction of the players and the coaching staff...
So we talked about the Beast. Now let's talk about the Perfect 10, as he was often known. I mean, I was reading some of the reaction from I guess, his colleagues, players that had worked with him as well, and they had nothing but good things to say about it, despite a very, I guess some would say off seasons that he's had.
It's been a disappointing ending to his career, I would say, because of all the injuries he's suffered, constantly.
We're saying that they never really saw anyone who actually threw himself entirely into it. It's good. I mean, good for him. Right.
Yeah, he's still got a couple of years left at Toulon, maybe.
Right. And he's good looking, too. I just thought I'd throw that in.
I agree, he is.
Yeah, okay.
Did you want my...
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We always value your opinion.
Fine.
Okay. Pedro Pinto.
Right.
What a little cutie. Now, if Hollywood had royalty, then Elizabeth Taylor would have made the perfect queen. The Oscar-winning actress would have enjoyed that story about the $40,000 brooch, no doubt. In fact, another auction is happening this Tuesday where many pieces of the late star's jewelry are being sold. Now, if you've got some $3 million to spare, you could get your hands on this 33-carat diamond ring. It was a gift from husband number 5, British actor Richard Burton. Now, if for a touch of Hollywood diva within you. How about this diamond tiara? It was given to Taylor by Mike Todd, husband number 3, and she wore it to the 1957 Academy Awards. Price tag a mere $80,000. Go shopping if you can. Now, another highlight of the auction is this jacket with her beaded image by Versace. It's expected to go for about $20,000, and part of the proceeds from the auction will go to the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation. And no, Zain, I'm not picking anything up for you.
I didn't expect you would. We want to leave you with a smile on your face, so just check out the spoof ad, okay? It's from the American comedian Jay Leno, and this is his take on Siri, the application on the latest iPhone. Watch.
Everybody knows about Siri. It's been on TV every second of the day. This is that iPhone app with the friendly voice that helps you with your day, you know, tells you what to do.
No, don't do that, don't do that.
Well, you won't get that response in real life, though. Although it would be fun if you did.
Yeah.
Apple's new phones went on sale in October. 4 million were bought in just the first 3 days. That's kind of like how we talk to each other.
It's so true. I was just going to say that.
You're watching World One live from London. I'm Zain Verjee, and you are?
Monita Rajpal. You can say that for me. Thank you for joining us. We'll update you with the news headlines at the top of the hour. Actually, she will. You're watching CNN.